thank you for your interest in this topic. I'm thrilled. And this is important to my heart. And what I want you to do is walk away with at least one idea of what you can do to improve your vitality today and in the decades ahead. So I'm Dr. Ardith Bowman, and I'm not a health professional. My educational background is in adult development, and at this stage of my life, I'm 76. My passion is really about positive aging, and that's all about doing what we can with what we have all of the time. So what I'd like to do is to get a sense of what age ranges are here. And so let me, where did my poll go? More, probably there. Yes, let me put up a poll. Launch. And if you would, just put in here the decade of life you are in. Whoa, and we're rocking and rolling. Oh, wow, I'm so excited that we have a few 20 to 39-year-olds. Okay. I think we've got it in poll, share results so you can see it. Hopefully y'all can see it. So 6 of us are between 20 and 39. Well, another 6 up to 50, and then we rock and roll on up into 50s, 60s. Yeah, I was expecting a lot of 60-somethings would be here. And my group, 70 plus. So my message to you is that all of the research shows that you cannot begin to work in these vitality domains too early, because it does leak over into your decades as you age, and it's never too late to start. There's folks in their 80s who have turned around aspects of their well-being by putting into practice new ways of living. So I want you to know that. So let me stop sharing this. And let's see. Oh, thank you. 40, 70, 78. Yes, 75. Way to go. Jacqueline, I think I don't see your whole name, but way to go. Do it, do it, do it. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at the domain. So here I go sharing, and here we go, share. Okay, and let's go to this slide right here. Hey, I can see Stephen now. It's beautiful. See somebody. All right, here are the 4 domains we're going to talk about in the next half an hour. And that's not long to go over all of this, so it's going to be pretty darn high level. The first one is about community and relationships. The second is about physical and mental well-being. The third is your mindset. And the fourth is your sense of purpose or meaning. So those are the 4 that we're going to go over. And this is all research-based stuff. So the point is that working in these 4 domains increases something called your health span. And that's what it's called in the literature for the most part. And that's really how many of the years that you live being healthy. And that's what we want to expand. The side bonus is that maybe your lifespan might extend too, but the whole point is that we want every day that we live to be a healthy one. And who wouldn't want that, right? So if I could see you, I'd say raise your hand and wave. So I'm sure you wave anyway, even if I can't see you. So I'm sure we all want that. I'll offer you a high level view. And what I'd like to do now, so Stephen, if you're helping me here, are there any burning questions just at this beginning point about this topic? Let's just stop there and see. So I can see you, Stephen, and let me stop share so I can see chat.
No chats right now that I see coming in or
okay,
questions.
no chats coming in. Okay, so let's go into the first. Thank you, Stephen. I appreciate that. Let's go into the first domain. All right. Number 1. Let's go. Okay, let me do this so it looks a little bit better. All right, the power of relationships. All right. This is about community, having relationships, And it's about relationships where you feel truly, authentically, honestly connected. Those are the important ones that make a difference. And that's what all this research is based on, those kinds of relationships. It has to be meaningful. It can be romantic love, of course. And even though I'm married, I find a lot of my connection through my girlfriend friendships. It's a sense of belonging. It could be spiritual communities. It could be any type of group that you're connected with. I'm a dragon boat paddler, and I got to tell you that just has so much enriched my life. Um, and it's up, and a sense of belonging is what you're looking for. And the bottom line is that it's up to us to initiate and nurture these relationships. My story is that when I retired, big blank, my relationships were gone. Now what do I do, right? And I really had to take thoughtful steps. And I was actually shocked at how many people I thought, oh, I like this person, reached out to, and they responded positively. And they were going, oh, yeah, I would love to do this or do that. And now I feel very rich in relationships. But the point is that I took initiative. So why is this important? And this is on the slide. This is the Canadian study, and I didn't do a gender breakdown for us, but a Canadian study found that 30% of women feel lonely. And this is different than isolation. Loneliness is a feeling. And I'm sure this is true for men now too. They say in the United States, we have a loneliness epidemic among the older population. And social connections increase the likelihood of survival in any 1 year by more than 50%. Think about that. That's huge. So if you know anybody who is lonely and you think is isolated, go say hi to them. So it's linked to cognitive decline, depression, heart disease, on and on. So what I would like you to do is, I'll give you research for this. If you want to read about it, there's a book called The Good Life, which is the world's longest study of happiness. And it's by Waldinger, Waldingger. If that could be the reading on this. So what I would like you to do, and Stephen, maybe you can help me, is to put in chat what it is that you can do to initiate and nurture meaningful relationships in your life from where you stand right now. So let's press pause and I'll take a look at that. Let me stop sharing so I can oops, see in chat. There we go. Oh, join a book club. Yeah, I'm in 2 book clubs. Yeah. Lots of book clubs. What else we got? Oh, okay, Aiden, that is a common thing. Everyone has predeceased me. Hey, for you earlier generations out there, multi-generational friendships are important. Get out there and do something, Aiden, that's a multi-generational situation. It might be some kind of volunteering or something. Good point. Thank you for bringing that up. What else we got? Community organizations. Yeah, I know that's what I did. Reconnect with friends. Fabian, that's a good one. Summer club, sports. Retire so you have time for friends, Tom. I get that. volunteering. That's funny. Retires when I got lonely. It's different for each one of us. Yeah, I smile at people all the time. Okay, yeah. And Manisha, that can be a feeling. I'm introverted, believe it or not. And yeah, I get that. The point is to find whatever works for you that comes from here. Okay. Part-time job has helped. You're not alone on that. Some people pickleball, yay. Wow, we got tons of ideas. Okay, book The Good Life. Yes. Waldinger is the book author. Okay, you guys are totally on top of this. Okay, totally on top of this. All right, so let's go back to share and go into the next one. Great ideas. And don't forget that what you are doing. Okay. Here we go. Mental and physical fitness. What you're doing is picking out at least one of these that you want to commit to working on. George Duke has raised your hand. I don't have any way to unmute you, George. Stephen, if George puts something in chat, can you read to me what that is?
Yes.
Anything in there? Okay, in the interest of time, I'm going to keep on going and maybe we can circle back to George. And also,
George can talk right now. George, if you'd like to speak, you can ask your
oh,
question.
thank you, Stephen. Okay. All right. So you'll have my contact information after this. And so we can continue the conversation offline if you want to. So let's talk about mental and physical fitness. I have tried like crazy to tease these two apart, and I just can't because they are so intertwined. And there's nothing new under the sun on this one. You know, when you think about physical well-being, it's what you think. It's like a decent diet. Think Mediterranean diet. It's sufficient regular exercise. And especially for those of us who are 50 and beyond, strength training, strength training, strength training, for sure. That's really, really important. We're going to have some new guidelines regarding alcohol, so that's something to keep in mind. More and more studies are saying no alcohol is the best thing to do. So we're probably going to see some updates there here really, really soon. And the physical well-being then impacts our mental well-being. And just going for a walk will help resolve depression. And my grandson's 22. And when I take him out in the woods for a walk, he just looks at me afterwards and says, Grandma, I haven't felt this good in weeks. You know, there it is. And the other aspect besides the physical fitness and taking care of that, how it impacts your wellness is also intentional stress reduction. Stress can be a killer. And so I do TM, I'm a transcendental meditator, but the point is that know where you can go in order to settle yourself and feel calm, feel supported, get your blood pressure down. It could be gardening, it could be hiking, it could be meditating, whatever works for you. The point is to be intentional about doing it. And so for this one, we also need to focus as we get older, focus on what we can do and not on what we can't do, because I've seen it several times is that when something happens physically and go, oh, I can't do this anymore, therefore I have to stop, you know, being physically active. It's like one of my mentors says, you know, if you go to a shoe store and one shoe doesn't fit, that doesn't mean you're not meant to wear shoes. Pretty much get out there and do what you can with what you have. This is a good point. Why this is important. Okay. Simply following healthy practices can reduce by 60% the risk of dying in a 10-year period. And this is a big study out of Harvard. This is George Valent's stuff. A 5-year study found that emotionally stable individuals, this is the meditation and settling yourself, lived on average 3 years longer than those who did not. Okay, that's also huge. So, one of the things that you can read, I don't know if you, I'm working on this one. If you can see this, I don't know if you can see me or not. It's called Outlive the Science and Art of Longevity by Attia, A-T-T-I-A. If you can get by the in-depth medical material in here, it's a really, really good book. So again, let's go to chat and have you put in chat. What can you do to care for your physical and mental wellness? And maybe you do something now that's really effective. So share that with others. Okay. Let me go to chat and see what I can see. Yoga. Oh yeah, yoga. That's a good one, Sharon. Oh yeah, walk more, eat better. We know that. Gratitude list. Yeah, gratitude's going to come later too. Time walk every day. Walking is just really basic. Journaling really helps. Yeah. Yeah. I have a diary app I use in the morning. I can't run anymore, but yeah. Video, I loved running. Getting some sunshine every day. Yeah, getting a smile on your face. That's awesome. Yeah. Time outdoors. Pets. Ooh, pets. That's a good one too. You're right. Crafty stuff. Yeah, that works. Oh, shoot. There's a good one, Bradley. I can't remember the name of it. It's a diary app that has a little pink book on it. Bradley, just saying. Okay. Quit alcohol and smoking. Yeah. Yeah. Antonio, yes. Sexually active doesn't hurt. That's true. That's true. Okay. All right. Awesomeness. So let's go on to the next slide. Boy, time is flying by. The next is your sense of purpose and meaning. Thank you all, by the way. This one's really important. What brings meaning to your life is highly individualized. And I want to say that purpose and meaning are distinct. You can have a purpose, but if it doesn't have meaning, if it doesn't inspire you, then that doesn't fit this category. Find your sense of meaning, and that can become your purpose. Okay, just turn it around. It needs to lift your heart. That's what's really, really important. Some examples, and think of your own. There's creativity. There's someone that talked about crafting, family, service for volunteering, having adventures, continuing your professional craft. More and more of us into our 80s are continuing to work in some form in our profession if we love it. That's the key. So find something that you love to do. I like to say retirement's not required. Who made that up anyway? So if you don't want to, don't, or transform it in any way that works best for you. So having a sense of purpose and meaning reduces the risk of Alzheimer's. That's huge. A study of 7,000 adults found that those with no sense of purpose were twice as likely to die over a 4-year period. You wake up and go, why am I here? That doesn't feel very good. And living with a sense of meaning in earlier life for you in the 20s, 30s, 40s out there, that leads to a later life defined by health and well-being. They tend to just, flow into each other. So really, really, if you are in one of those earlier decades, take a deep look at this one. One book about this topic is by Jen Louden, Louden, and it's called Why Bother? And I found that to be a really useful book about this particular topic. So again, put in chat, what purpose in life carries with it for you a sense of meaning that you find inspiring? Or is there something where you say, I would find being creative inspiring. I would find volunteering in this area inspiring. So let's go to chat and see, what comes up for you. Can't get chat to come up here. There we go. Curiosity, yeah, continued learning. Travel memoirs. I love that. Oh, yeah, Aiden. Yeah, me too. Education, helping others expand their horizons. I love that, Tom. Creativity, revival, that all works. Absolutely. That all works. Yeah, give it. Oh, clinical alternative learning. Beautiful. Noelia, that's a beautiful name. Learning and encouraging others. Yes, that's my spirit too, is encouraging others. Professional student. Yeah, have you seen my books back there? I have files everywhere. All right. Oh, yeah, Mike, that is really, yeah, find multi-generational situations to put yourself in. Creating something unique. Oh, these are beautiful. Oh, my chats are set to go to just the host and panelists. Okay. How do I change that?
Not you, doctor. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Going to just one of the chats. I apologize.
Oh, thank you. Scare me. All right. Let's keep on going into the last one so I don't go over time. Oh, you have such great ideas. I hope I can get this chat downloaded because I can use these. Just saying. All right. The last one I saved the best for last. Totally. If I have a bias, it's towards this one. So it's about having a positive mindset. And this is about optimism, positivity, first and foremost. It's noticing the good first. Do you notice the good first, or do you notice, are you critical first? And people have different propensities for this. So seek the good that can come from a negative event. If we have more time, I have a wonderful parable I could tell you about that. Trust in something bigger than yourself is huge. In other words, that is really trusting life to support you. And someone mentioned earlier in chat, gratitude. This is where gratitude goes. Yes, gratitude really supports a positive mindset. And once again, it's always knowing, doing what you can do with what you have, right? Because we need to accept, we need to adapt. That's all mindset. And that becomes more and more important as we get older. So one of the most important aspects of this is our own beliefs about aging. And this is related to internalized ageism, which is a topic all on its own, and that's a separate presentation. I don't know if anyone's doing one on that or not. But for you, I want you to look at yourself. And when you think about getting older, are you thinking about decline and dependence? Or are you thinking about growing and confidence and what you can do? So work on any internalized ageism. The source for this is a well-known source at this point. You probably all heard about Becca Levy and her book, Breaking the Age Code. I highly recommend that as a read if you have not. And obviously why it's important. What Dr. Levy found in her Yale study is that adults with positive age beliefs lived on an average of 7.5 years longer than people with negative beliefs. That's huge. A study found over a 30-year period that persons with optimism decreased their risk of early death by about 20%. And also think about the well-known nun study, where they studied the nuns' diaries and found that the nuns with a positive tone to their diaries lived 10 years longer than the other nuns, their nun sisters. And that's a very nice controlled study there. So that's huge. That's a decade of life. And I, for one, I have plans for between 85 and 95. Thank you very much. So, I think I'll stay positive. So what I would like you to do again in chat is to just talk about your own mindset and your way of approaching ageism and any internalized ageism, and what you do to nurture that more positive mindset that's so important. Spiritual reading, yes. Oh, Glenda, good. I do too. I'm going to take my blogs and do something with them. Staying active mentally, physically, writing. Yeah, lots of writers here. I should have guessed that was going to happen. Yeah. Okay, it's beautiful. Yeah, or tag me, Jacqueline, after, and I can send you the books. Take every additional day as a gift. Stay curious. More learning. Friends at the pub, that works. Meditation again. Great. Wow. Have a meaning, altruism. Okay. Beautiful. All right, we are going to have to wrap up already. I knew it was going to be like this. I have one more poll for you. Let me stop sharing. let me get to the poll. Let me open the poll. What I would like to know, if you can see this, I hope you can, is out of this brief high-level conversation, which area is calling to you? What area, if you focused on, would bring the most vitality into your life? This was way fun. I could talk forever on this. I wish we could see each other. Wow, the mental and physical well-being. Right, and that's like, I got to eat better. I got to work out more. Yeah. Community, only 12%. Sense of purpose and meaning, 30%. Yeah, okay. That's a biggie. And mindset and beliefs about aging. Yeah, if you haven't read about internalized ageism, look it up on an internet search and do a little reading about it. You may surprise yourself. I catch myself all the time. All right, Stephen, we have Georgina Underwood, and one other who have raised hands, and we have a couple of minutes. So let me end the poll and share the poll. And good, I can see
Georgina should be able to talk.
Right, let me get rid of this. Hi, Georgina. Okay, you're muted. Go down to the bottom left of your screen and click the little microphone. No.
We're trying. George, you can talk now.
George is also muted.
You guys are both muted. You guys have to unmute your microphone.
Okay, we've got 1 minute. Here's what I'd like to do. Yeah, it's asked to unmute. I wish I could unmute you. Okay, what I'd like to do is get my contact information up on the screen. Okay, we have a lot of people with raised hands, so I know that there's a lot of much more discussion. Let me share my contact information so we can find a way to continue this offline. Okay. So there's, you can send me an email, connect@ardithbowman.com, or you can find me on the internet at www.ardithbowman.com. I would love to be able to answer your questions because we're at 10 o'clock, Stephen. So we need to let everyone move on to their next session. So this is a big topic. I would love to hear what you have to say. So don't hesitate to email me, and I can also send you the 4 books that I mentioned, and I've got lots more. So thank you so much. This was a joy. I love talking about this. So I hope that I inspired you to take some positive action in your life. That's what matters. Thank you so much.